Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Comics Impression series here on Tales from the Wandering Scribe. I'm your host, Gabriel Garcia, otherwise known as the Wandering Quill and the Wandering Scribe, and today we are back with the A La Brava series. Now, if you've seen my 5 videos, I covered all 5 books of the A La Brava series, and we are now here. A La Brava. Now, this is the official book, the official team-up of all the major characters. So, we have Jalisco, Loquita, Santa, Bendita, and Muneca. All the major characters from their respective books have come together to form A La Brava. And here is what it officially says. The superheroes are brought together by Muneca, an eager agent wanting to prove herself and her newfound grassroots organization. When the controversial Fair Share Bill, a bill to tax the billionaires, gets presented to Congress, females in political powers mysteriously start dying. The media labels it as freak accidental deaths, but Muneca has her suspicions as to who's behind it all. So she bands the superheroes together and has them stake out the possible suspects, billionaires. After a failed assassination attempt on President Hilda Ruth Sotomayor, the superheroes put aside their differences and work together to figure out which billionaire is causing unrest and the murders. And that's what I really love about this book, is where you actually see how all these characters meet. So here is a little artwork panel with all of them. So you have you have Jalisco, Muneca, Loquita, Santa, and Bendita. They all get together. And this right here is Muneca. She is the character who brings together all of these characters all together. And I believe she is the one who calls them A La Brava. And ultimately, I love how all the characters interact with each other and get to know who they are. Because, again, they're all from different walks of life. And there's actually a line here in the story that Muneca says where, she's talking about, everyone here is strong in their own right, and our mission is to protect all the females in governing positions, particularly the president. All loose ends are tied. Summer school, summer camp, you have no family. You have no family. Bendita, your mom's being taken care of, okay? So it's like, wow. There is pretty much Muneca, she means well, but I just found that discussion, that whole moment there where she's like listing off, okay, you're in summer school, you're in summer camp, you two don't have a family, and Bendita, your mom is being taken care of. It's like it's like nonchalant. There's supposed to be a little humor there, and ultimately, this story is really, really good. I really appreciate it. The artwork is very, very stylish. It also gives a new sense into this series. I mean, as you can tell, the artwork is very, soft in appearance. And what I mean by soft is like there's no hard outlines or edges for the characters. It's a very natural, which I really appreciate. And it does give the vibe of, the young adult graphic novel era, as opposed to if we look at Muneca. Just as a comparison, here is the artwork where the characters are a little bit more, they have the more detailed outlines, the edges are a little bit more harsh. Again, probably not the best word, but you get a sense that this story is going to be, one way. Whereas if you look of the main characters, again, in A La Brava, very, very soft. But ultimately, this story is very, very good, and I greatly appreciate, what the characters are all trying to do. And they do come together. Ultimately, all the main characters come together in this comic to work. Because they realize, yes, while we all have our differences, while we all have our own backgrounds, we are pretty much all together. We work as one. We have to work as one. And, I love the relationship between Jalisco and Loquita. For some reason, they are like the one of the many characters that really bonds together. And Loquita, she tries to be friends with Jalisco. She even tries to speak Spanish and tries to be like her. She's our hero. And just learning about all of them together. And I love how in this panel we finally get to see them in their official superhero attire, which is so really, really good. Ultimately, they have their own official masks. So, of course, you have Jalisco with a veil, Ruka with a jaguar, Loquita with a demon bug, Bandita with a mask, almost like the Lone Ranger. Santa's the only one that doesn't need a mask because her costume already has it. And, this story is so very, very good. I absolutely love it. I know fans of the characters will love it. They'll say, oh, I didn't think that friendship would emerge, or, oh, I didn't think that partnership would develop. A La Brava is a perfect, you could actually say this is almost like the official ending of the series, because they now come together to form the team. So I ultimately love this story. I love how it ends, and the characters, have this really great, friends moment where they're just sitting, they're just enjoying food with their newfound friends, and ultimately they now realize this is what we have to do. And to get a good sense of the artwork, so you have pretty much the main characters in their, you could say vigilante outfits, and then you have their official superhero outfits, which doesn't change too much. Santa, of course, again, I love her attire. Loquita, again, her attire is really, really amazing. And then you have Ruka, again. And finally, last but not least, you have Bandita in her cowboy westerns outfit and then her superhero street outfit. And, ultimately, I really do appreciate, everything. And, of course, you have the other characters in the book. You have Muneca, you have Ciro, you have Espi, and you have President Sotomayor. So, if you are fans of all the books and you want to discover the origins, definitely check out the website latinasuperheroes.com to get the rest of the books. Now, I do want to state Jalisco, Santa, Ruka, and Bandita are available. Loquita, you would have to find someplace else. That's what I had to do with Loquita, but ultimately, it's a fantastic series, and I can't say enough good things about this. This is an incredible series. It's original, it's fresh, the stories are so good, and I can't wait to see what else Kayden Phoenix and her team have to show us. So without further ado, to give my whole review of the A La Brava series, it's a 5 out of 5, out of the ballpark. It is so good, it's so well written, the artwork is fantastic. I could see some people maybe, thinking it again, it's like young adult, very childish. In terms of the artwork, there is nothing childish about these stories. These are really powerful stories with strong female characters that are organic, that feel authentic, and you get a sense of who they are in their respective cultures and their respective worlds to know who they are and what is their identity. So, thank you all so very much for joining me for the final episode of the A La Brava series, but I will make this mention, there is one other book, a little spin-off that Kayden Phoenix wrote, which I'll be showcasing here on the channel. Until next time, make sure to like and subscribe and comment down below what was your favorite part of the A La Brava series and who is your favorite character. Comment down below. Until next time, this has been the Wandering Scribe, signing out.